Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kevin Barto, like Lonnie just said. I am the Deputy Program Leader for the Talent Pipeline Program. Thank you for being here today. Before I begin, I just want to first recognize and congratulate all the new hires and families joining us here today. This moment is more than a celebration of a new job. It marks the beginning of a new chapter filled with opportunity, purpose, and the chance to build something greater than ourselves. To the families in the room, thank you for your support, sacrifice, and belief in the people sitting beside you. Your role in this journey matters more than you know. Can we all give a round of applause for the families and the new hires? I also want to thank all of today's speakers. Sharing your powerful stories and experiences throughout the event, truly inspiring. Give me another round of applause for the speakers. That's a tough act to follow. So what's represented in this room today is something special. Across this nation, employers, government, training providers, workforce partners, and industry organizations are aligning around a mission greater than any one organization or individual. The result of that alignment is in that room today. As we begin to close out this event, I want to briefly reflect on three things: where we've been, where we're going, and the responsibility of leadership as we move into the next chapter. This year we celebrate 5 years of impact. 5 years ago, we set out with a bold vision to fundamentally change how America approaches talent acquisition and retention by transforming the way employers recruit, hire, onboard, and retain talent by putting people at the center of their mission. Early on, we discovered that every company was trying to solve the same problem, albeit in different ways. Everyone was searching for a silver bullet, and I think we all know by now that there's no such thing. Inside many organizations, hiring practices were inconsistent, early turnover was high, leaders were not aligned on what fit truly meant, and there were no repeatable systems in place. But we also discovered something else. We discovered that there's two types of employers: those who wanted to talk about the problem, and those who were willing to own the problem. The employers who chose to own the problem are why we are here today, and it's represented in this room. You said enough is enough. You said it starts with me. And I'm here to tell you, you're the ones moving the needle. You are our why. You're why we get out of bed every morning and continue this mission. These employers understood that talent acquisition and retention could no longer be treated as simply a hiring activity. It had to become a system by design. We had to shift from an HR problem to a leadership problem, from focusing on skills first to fit first. Hire for fit, train for skill. At the beginning of this program, Admiral Papano and Mr. Sermon gave us very simple guidance. We are a program of yes. If an employer wants to help and is willing to do something different to increase their capacity to the Navy, go help them and send us the bill. And we've been doing that for the last 5 years across America. We started in this region, 36 employers, many of whom are in this room today, and 274 starts. And that has grown into a national force of 618 employers and a 71% average first-year retention rate for more than 19,500 hires since the start of this program. That's impact. But these are more than metrics. They represent lives changed, families supported, teams strengthened, businesses transformed, and ultimately a stronger and more resilient workforce directly contributing to our nation's security. This program has never been about a single initiative or a moment in time. It is a movement that empowers leaders to challenge old habits, trust their teams, take ownerships of outcomes in ways that drive both performance and engagement. Across every cohort, we continue to see leaders step forward with clarity and conviction, building cultures where people feel valued, connected, and empowered to succeed, and ultimately connected to the mission. There's a powerful reminder of this spirit in the book Freedom's Forge by Arthur Herman. In the chapter Victory is Our Business, Herman describes how America's success during World War II was not driven solely by massive corporations or government programs, but by thousands of small and medium-sized manufacturers that carried the spirit of free enterprise into the fight. He writes, Bill Knudsen, the man who led America's industrial mobilization and helped turn the U.S. into the arsenal of democracy, got to know many of these companies on his travels for Army production. When Bill Knudsen later wrote, in those years he got to see America at its best. He met precisely those companies with a few hundred to a couple thousand employees who made the vital sub-assemblies, processed the raw materials, designed and made the tools and dies without which a Chrysler tank arsenal or a Douglas aircraft plant would have had to shut down. A myriad of others supplied the Kaiser shipyards, the yards where battleships and submarines took shape in Chester, Pennsylvania, Camden, New Jersey, and Newport News, Virginia. They carried the free spirit of enterprise like a revitalizing force with the power to meet the needs of total war without losing their identity or creativity or power of self-renewal. That is so evident in this room today. From the factories of Freedom's Forge to today's shipyards and supplier networks, that same spirit is alive in this room. Every employer partner in the U.S. Navy Talent Pipeline program carries that legacy forward, training the next generation, strengthening our nation's defense, and proving once again that when America unites around a mission, we show the world what it means to be an America at its best. As we celebrate this 5-year milestone, we reflect with pride, but more importantly, we look ahead with purpose. Because while we should absolutely celebrate what has been accomplished, we also know the mission ahead is even bigger. The risks to the mission remain the same. Workforce shortages, early turnover, inconsistent hiring systems, and demand continuing to outpace capacity. What has changed is how we understand the problem. This is not simply a labor shortage issue. It is a system performance issue where demand, hiring, onboarding, leadership, and retention are not aligned. And the 618 partners of the Talent Pipeline program are proving what is possible when that alignment exists. As we move into the next program year, the Talent Pipeline program is going to continue our national rollout by organically growing to 735 partners. This is a time where I put in my shameless plug. We still need help getting more people in the program. So if you know anybody, please reach out to your network coach and let them know and get us in contact. Our second major effort is completing the TPP employer partner lifecycle model, including the transition to sustainment phase. Our charge is clear. Build a model that allows us to simultaneously grow the program while sustaining the gains we made. In his book, The Infinite Game, Simon Sinek writes, the true value of an organization is measured by the desires of others to contribute to its success long after they are gone. Simply put, the goal of the infinite game is not to beat the competition or chase short-term wins. And don't get it twisted, we definitely want to beat our competition in this game. It is to build organizations and systems strong enough to endure, systems that continue creating value long after any one leader, contract, or generation moves on. That mindset matters because the challenges facing our industrial base are not temporary. There's no finish line for building the workforce our nation needs. This mission will require aligned leaders, strong communities, and enduring systems for decades to come. And that is exactly what this program is about. The future will not be built on temporary workforce solutions. It will be built on enduring systems that outlast individuals, contracts, and moments in time. Over the next several months, we'll work closely with many of our senior employer partners to develop that sustainment model and rollout plan, and we will brief the broader team at the kickoff events in the fall. This is why we must stay focused on the mission. We must align our teams, our leadership, and our communities around the mission, because victory is our business, and we cannot fail. As leaders, we own that responsibility. Because leadership is not measured by what we build for ourselves, leadership is measured by what continues to grow, improve, and endure because we chose to act. Thank you for believing in the mission. Thank you for choosing to own the problem. And thank you for continuing to build something that matters not just for today, but for the future of our nation.